What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Bannock Industries YouTube channel. Now today I'm giving you guys an update on my 2020 F350 Super Duty, and we're going to go through every little issue I've had so far. It's only got 40,000 km on it, owned it for about a year and a few months, almost a year and a half, but we've been fighting a electrical bug. Sorry, been fighting an electrical bug caused by from doing the delete. So we're gonna go through. I'm gonna show you guys the fix for that. That'll be a TCM PCM communication failure, and we'll get right into it. So we're gonna start with that. So I'm gonna put a video in. I've had this truck end up derating on me a bunch of times. When it was minus 40, no issue. Once it warmed up here in the last week and a half, we've been 0 degrees, you know, minus 5, minus 10, stuff like that. That is Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So as soon as it got warm, melting point, we've had all kinds of issues, and that's related to moisture in the emissions harness on this truck. Now, when I did the delete video, I made one critical error. So once you pull the torpedo out of this, or the emissions whole system, the exhaust, there's a bunch of plugs. There's 9 plugs that you have to tape off. Now, I made the mistake myself of telling you guys, and I will admit to this, I am not perfect, and we didn't know this at the time, but I said goop it up with dielectric grease. On these trucks, dielectric grease is no good. You don't want to use dielectric grease on any of the CAN bus or communication plugs or anything for that matter. I have learned that. I have made mistakes. Don't do it yourself. It causes a headache and not worth it. But I'll put in a video if I haven't already. I'm kind of lost where I'm talking. Okay, rear light bar flickering. See what my taillight's doing? I bet you that's all related. Shit. Now truck's having issues. But yeah, have been having this truck have PCM, so power control module, traction control module, transmission control module, glow plug circuit, all kinds of weird issues. Now, it almost left us stranded in Golden when we were sledding. We were able to kind of get it figured out. It wasn't actually a good fix, but, you know, we did what we could. So, first off, I'm going to start with the fix. Super simple. Come under the hood here. I'll just crawl up. You have this emissions harness right here. So you have this guy here. Now, that's not what we're worried about, but there is this. It's like a 20-pin connector, and it sits right here, right? So right below here, you can see it's pulled up here. You want to actually unplug this. Unplug it and then tape the shit out of it when you do a delete. This eliminates all issues, pretty much. It does cause one little issue we have found, but we're working on fixing that one. But I haven't had issues since I've unplugged this, taped it up. Now, when I say use good tape, this is the stuff I've used. This you can get at Greg's, you can get at most hardware stores, auto parts stores. Down in the States, I'm sure you can get it as well. This stuff is super, super good, and it sticks to itself like crazy. It's an amazing tape. It seals really well. That's what you want to use, not just normal electrical tape. And since you don't want to use dielectric grease of any sorts, that's what you want to use. You want it to be dry. Now, the one issue I said that we had is the high idle switch on this truck does not work anymore. So as soon as I unplugged that, we lost high idle. So this is all thanks to Alpine Diesel out of Nisku. I phone talked to him. He was the one that gave me the information to disconnect this plug for that harness because it's been having issues. It's possibly shorted, and that's why my issues have not actually gone away. So big thanks to him and the team over there that makes this information known now. And if you're looking for diesel work in the Edmonton area in Alberta, definitely hit up Alpine Diesel's They are very smart people and do really good work. But moving on from that, so yeah, you want to tape that up. Now, I made the mistake, I actually cut all the plugs on the harness off and then just shrunk tube each single wire. I used the best products I could get. Apparently that's not good enough for the micro voltaging that these trucks use. So I ended up having issues. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure how, but when you do the deletes on these trucks, you want to just use this good tape. Leave the plugs dry, make sure they're clean, tape them up real good. Do not cut them off. For whatever reason that causes issues, and these trucks are just so picky that any little interference and backfeed up to the ECU is actually what causes these to go into that TCM, PCM failure. And you'll know right away when it's causing issues. Remote start won't work, and then you'll have an engine light come on. It'll have glow plug circuit stuff. If you have the Forward Pass app, I'll actually put screenshots of what it told me on here. It actually goes through and tells you exactly what's wrong. So yeah, as soon as this starts fucking up, fix it immediately. Do not let it go on for days, weeks, months. You'll take out PCMs, you'll take out TCMs. I'm learning as much as, you know, the other people with these newer trucks and how finicky they are. And it sucks because 17 to 19 Super Duties, this was not an issue. You disconnect all that shit, leave it open, not an issue. Drive for miles, get them wet, because it did not care. That circuit was shut off. These ones, it's still a live circuit, so you have feed coming back to the ECU. When it sees stuff that it should not be seeing or wants to not see anymore, that's when it comes up with the issues. So it's something to note for. Of course, if you delete it, make sure you go through the right process. Don't end up like me, don't end up stranded and or with a bigger repair bill. Now, enough about that crap. Let's go around the truck. I'll just tell you guys kind of the little issues I've had on this truck since I got it. So first off, I had a power steering line. That was early on. Had a power steering line. Take two. Had a power steering line fail on the truck. Ford replaced it under warranty. All good. I now have a coolant leak. It's going in very soon. To get that addressed, I don't know if it's clamp, I don't know if it's hose, but should be under warranty. We'll have the truck back. Now, of course, you guys know we've had DEF tank issues, we've had DEF issues. That's why we did the delete. These power running boards, I love them. They're really good running boards. I do find I get a snow buildup of ice and crap in here, and then when you close them, kind of like this, they'll get to that point and then they'll kick back out. But if you have that happening, all you have to do, just push back in with your foot, they'll shut then. I don't know why. Some safety sensor. It is what it is. Drive shaft diff. You guys know about that. That's why we did traction bars. You know, simple stuff. I also, with this sled deck, this is a Merlon Explorer Pro 2. Had all kinds of issues. Actually had the deck cause the truck to go into a D-rate. I'll put that video in as well. It caused the issues with the taillights, shit like that, just because these trucks are so smart. Going back to over-engineered, and, you know, people have the access with computers, they have the access to make these things complicated, and engineers just seem to love to do that. Which really, it makes their life easier, makes our life harder. I'm actually really scared when this truck starts aging, what kind of little gremlins it will have, just because of the complex computer system this truck has. Honestly and truly, I think the 17 to 19, you know, 6-speed, 6.7 Powerstroke trucks, those are the ticket. Like, if you're looking for a used truck, even if you can find one new on the lot, I'd buy that over a 2020 any day of the week now. Really, the 10-speed doesn't give you that much stuff. Like, sure, it does help with towing and all that crap, but really, them 6-speed trucks, they are There, the cat's ass. Yeah. Had mirror lenses crack on these. This mirror's all fucked up. But, of course, we have offset tires. This little guy broke a long time ago. Really, these 360 cameras, when you live where it gets wet and snowy, are useless as hell. But yeah, that's about it. Now, for the people that follow the channel all the time, I've been getting so many questions on a vacuum line that we did for the EGR Delete. I didn't know what you guys were meaning. I finally found out what the hell you guys were talking about. If you look up here, kind of right back to where we were, that's that vacuum line. Just put a vacuum cap on it, seal it up. That's all you need to do. That's it. Yeah. Of course, do your CCV delete, do your EGR deletes. One thing I did notice though this year, as soon as it got cold and we had like a month and a half of like minus 30, minus 40, this thing really does not like the cold. Even driving down the highway, it takes so much for it to get warm. So you might want to get a winter front, maybe, maybe not. I know there used to be an issue with they had really high thermostats in them. They were like 190 Fahrenheit is when they opened. I don't know if these ones are lower now, and that's why we have this issue when it's super cold. But really, throw a winter front on it. You'll be good. I haven't found one I like, so I'm running without. And I live with a cold truck. Pretty simple that way. But yeah, pretty much everything else with the truck has been really, really good. Of course, we got the 6-inch BDS on this thing. Rides like a dream. And of course, we had the vinyl floor. My last truck did not have this. The new truck has it. Really, if you live where it's shitty out or it's a work truck, this vinyl floor, she's top notch, man. Yeah. Other than that, I really haven't had any issues. My Edge CTS3, the screen actually screwed up on it. I had to send it back in. They replaced the screen under warranty, so I'm happy with that. Not a Ford product, that's Edge's product, but still, it's part of the truck, so I'm going to talk about it today. But yeah, give you guys just a look of kind of how I keep my truck. You know, it's a mess. We've been busy. I do need to clean it, but it's mid-sledding season, and we're super busy, so it doesn't get cared for as good as it should. But yeah, you know, other than that, I really love the truck. Fuel mileage is good, except when it's cold out. The minus 40 four-wheel drive going down the highway every day. Fuel mileage, not sitting very good, but it would have been worse if it wasn't deleted. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope that TCM, PCM failure or communication failure fix is going to be helpful for a lot of people. Just got to give a big shout out to Alpine Diesel again for getting me that info. And of course, we just talked over the phone, so super nice guys to deal with. Yeah, check them out big time. But I hope you guys like this video, and come back next time. We got a bunch of kick-ass content coming. A few new toys that we have, so stay tuned.